ranks. Welcome to episode 14 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central podcast. This is our special E3 overview episode. I am your host, MKGUY, or Darren Dorsey, if you're watching on the video, whatever you want to call me. We've been gone for a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. With me, I got my boy Crazy Kid, or Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. I'm here. How's it going?
With me, I got my boy Mr. Money, Agata Money, Mo Money, XX Money, He Got Some Money, No Money, Mr. Money. Hello. And with me, I got my boy K-Lyric Corgon 117. How we doing? And I got my boy Boost Dusk.
Yo, by the way, about that guy of money, he was, excuse my French, but shitting bricks on GG.
Whoa, hey, PG rated.
And I said, excuse my French, but go ahead, continue.
Well, if we got some
The camera guy
is also up in here, our boss Dre guy.
What up, son?
Yeah, Boost Dusk, yeah. And our ever-rotating new special guest chair, our boy Ho Scopes. What up, man? Welcome back to the show.
I'm the hoe of the scope.
What?
All right. Monty, you know, the depressed one, I'm sure he'll stop in at some point during this podcast.
Dang.
So just look out for him.
Whoa.
And we're back. So, again, we've been gone for about a couple weeks. We just needed to take some time and gather some E3 information, but we are back here and we're ready to finally overview all the craziness that we saw at E3 that week of June 9th. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it. Oh, by the way, I'll throw this out there. We are still going to do our regularly scheduled podcast this week as well. We're just doing this E3 special because we need to do that, and then we will get back to business as usual right after that. So any game rumors after E3 or any game release date, anything like that, we're going to stray away from those until the actual podcast. So don't hate mail us if we don't talk about something that came up. Straight press conferences, people. All right. With that, let's start with the first press conference of E3. Microsoft. Corgan, I know you are a big fan of this press conference.
It was a good press conference. Yeah, it was pretty good.
But you are a big fan of this press conference for one reason in particular I'm thinking of.
That Assassin's Creed. That was obviously the best thing in the show. Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed Unity was announced for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And they demoed the game at the Microsoft press conference, running on the Xbox One. K-Lyric is our local Assassin's Creed ho. I will let him take the floor about Assassin's Creed.
All right, well, pretty much what they talked about was the new mode that they introduced, that they're introducing for the first time in franchise history this time around with the new 4-player co-op mode. And in this mode, it's from what I can gather, it sounds like there'll just be like certain missions throughout the whole like world that you're in that you can tackle cooperatively with up to 4 people. So that sounds pretty cool. But then also they showed the reworked crowd physics. How now, like, on the old Assassin's Creeds, on the old generation, they could only get around 500 to 1,000 NPCs on screen at a time. Now they can get upwards to 5,000 NPCs at a time. That's pretty impressive. They reworked all of the transversal controls, so it's a little easier to drop down and go up than it was in the older ones. It's a little more fluid. And so
Sorry for that little...
So they fixed the transversal a little bit, and then now they also finally, and I never even realized this throughout the whole series, but until they talked about it in some interviews that they did, But now there is a dedicated stealth button. And this allows you to, well, pretty much move around the environment more stealthily. You can hide behind objects, you can sneak around, you don't have to be walking upright like in the old ones, so you can be a little bit more stealthy even when there's not any crowds around. They reworked the combat system. There's no longer one-hit kill melees, or one-hit kill counterattacks, I'm sorry. So that should make the combat a little bit more challenging, I would think, which is pretty good, because that was one problem I always did have with the series. It was always a little easy when it came to combat. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit more challenging whenever you get in those situations. And to boot, the game just looks gorgeous. Oh, and there's no competitive multiplayer this time around, since they're focusing on the co-op this time around. Yep, sorry, Bruce. No need to prestige in Unity.
No need to prestige. I gotta make an R&B song. No need to prestige. Don't know.
But yeah, and then also it's taking place in the French Revolution. And but yeah, that's about all I got for Assassin's Creed Unity. It's gotta be awesome.
Awesome stuff. And again, that comes out this fall, like you expect.
Yep, October. What did they say? Sometime in October. It's here, early October or late October. I can't remember which.
All right. Also, during the Microsoft press conference, they talked about their most popular franchise, Halo. As we all know, Halo 5 Guardians releases next year, presumably in the fall. They did show a CG trailer for that. They also announced the Halo Master Chief Collection that includes Halo 1 Anniversary Edition, 2 Anniversary Edition, which is new, Halo 3 just in 1080p, and Halo 4 in 1080p. And then also they completely reworked the visuals of Halo 2. They're keeping the multiplayer servers for each and every game. They're going to be on dedicated servers on Xbox One. Everyone starts out fresh. So it's going to be a really awesome collection. If you never got a chance to play any of the Halos, and you got an Xbox One, what else are you going to be playing anyway this fall? So you might as well pick it up. So yeah, go ahead and the Master Chief Collection. Also, it includes a beta for the Halo 5 Guardians, which starts in December, which is weird. So maybe that game won't come out next fall. Maybe it comes out next summer. Who knows? The Halo Master Chief, they did talk about Halo, the Master Chief Collection, and Halo 5 was revealed. Also,
there's one other good game that they announced, though. That's coming out this year for Xbox One.
Oh, yeah. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course I know about that one. Moving on really quickly, they also talked about the new Forza Horizon 2, which is pretty much Forza's open world racing game. So it's a lot people compare it to like your Burnout Paradises of the world. Just it's like a driving simulator in an open world, which is pretty cool sounding. I wasn't a huge fan of Forza 5, but this one I guess is like the true, their own words, the true next gen Forza. So see how that goes.
True next gen.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming at all, actually, Lyric.
You're welcome.
Thank you, appreciate it. Phantom Dust was revealed for Xbox One. Now, this is a reboot of a very popular Xbox game. Well, it had a very cult following. Like, I bet if you ask someone if they played Phantom Dust on the Xbox, chances are you'll get a no or what the hell is Phantom Dust. I was one of those people, actually. I didn't even know what Phantom Dust is, but to my knowledge, it was actually a pretty cool action title that was on the original Xbox. I feel like back on the original Xbox, they still had like a whole lot of like really cool out there games because they didn't really get completely AAA or completely shooter based until the 360. So it's nice to see them return to that kind of stuff. The CG trailer looked really cool. Very Japanese based game. Have no idea when that's supposed to come out. chances are we'll see some more of it next year. So cool. Quantum Break did not make an appearance at E3 like we had reported before. They are actually going to show that at Gamescom in a couple months. So we'll have to wait on that. Quantum Break does release next year, though.
Supposedly.
Yeah, hopefully. From there on, Sunset Overdrive. Was shown in the press conference. Sunset Overdrive is a Xbox One exclusive game that is made from Insomniac Games, which, as people know, used to make games strictly for Sony, such as Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet and Clank series, and the Resistance series. Then they made Fuse on the PS3 and 360, which was pretty bad. But now they're back making Sunset Overdrive exclusive to the Xbox One, and it's almost like I still say like Jet Set Radio meets Ratchet and Clank in a way. Really cool looking game. It's almost as if it had like that. It's almost like that Ratchet and Clank comedy just cranked up to an adult level. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that game does look pretty darn good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that game looks really. I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a system seller, but it's going to be one of those games when people pick one up, they'll give that game a look and probably pick it up. That game is really cool. So Sunset Overdrive, that releases in October. So that's going to be Microsoft's big. That's going to be their big exclusive this fall, I think. Is that that and Forza. So that's what Microsoft has going for it. Also, there was the game revealed by Platinum Games, and I totally forgot what the game is called right now. They're
Guildbound or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Stonebound. Yeah, money's right. Can't remember what it was called, but meh. You know, I'm not a big fan of that studio, so.
Lyric is not a big fan of Platinum Games. I enjoy Platinum Games. A lot of people do enjoy Platinum Games, but nonetheless, Microsoft has swooped in and they got Platinum to make them an exclusive game. I don't even think they even gave a year for that yet, though, did they?
I don't think so.
Let's see. No, they didn't give one yet. So it's called Scalebound. There we go. Now in the trailer. I mean, the guy turned into like wood, and he was doing a whole lot of crazy stuff you would expect to see from a Japanese developer making a Japanese game. In a way, it's kind of strange seeing Microsoft cater to Japanese action fans again. They haven't really done that since they had Ninja Gaiden Black.
Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden was actually good. Oh, alright, I'll stop.
Man. Nonetheless, Scalebound coming out on Xbox One. That was actually kind of a surprise for me. I didn't, out of all the systems, for them to be making an exclusive on, I didn't think it'd be on that one. Oh, good for them. EA is still sucking Microsoft. They showed a lot of their games during, what they had. Pretty much whatever they had was shown during Microsoft. They showed Battlefield during the Microsoft press conference. Battlefield Hardline. Money Boost. Crazy. I don't know if you're here or not, but I know you guys got to play the Battlefield Hardline bit a lot more than I did. I only got to play one match. What did you? And Hostcope, did you get the beta too or no?
No, the only beta I got was the alpha for Destiny.
All right, Corgan, did you get the Hardline beta?
Nope.
All right. So in that case, people that did get the beta, what did you guys think about the Battlefield Hardline so far?
For me, like I've been falling out of the fan base for the Battlefield games in the past few years. So
yeah,
I came into the beta not really expecting to buy the game, but I will say, like, I mean, it feels like Battlefield, even though it's like moved to like cops and robbers, and there's a lot of fun to be had. But me myself, I probably won't end up picking it up.
It seems like a downgrade though, but it is a beta. Like the sound effects seem a little different. Like it looked techy. It doesn't look as good as Battlefield, but it's fun though.
That's what I'm saying. I had fun. I only played it one day though. I don't even know if it's still up, but
I had fun as well. Like, I like the game. I'm getting it. I like the cops and robbers thing, man. I love that.
I do love me some cops and robbers, but I haven't really been a fan of Battlefield in a while.
That's what they said. Was it Visceral? Somebody from Visceral said that they're looking to attract like Grand Theft Auto fans that like the heist. They're looking to attract some people from that fan base with Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, I don't think they should have called it a Battlefield. I think they should call it a different something else, but it's because with the Battlefield,
They had that Battlefield feel.
Well, they just called it Battlefield, so the game has a name on it, so people will buy it.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Because they know the name is, it's Battlefield, so they know what it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You got the zip. You can zip line on it, man. You can fucking climb up beside the buildings with the grapple hook and all that.
Also shown was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare during the Microsoft press conference. What do you guys think of that?
I ain't see it.
I mean, it looked good for a COD game. So if you're into that, I mean, I'd definitely be getting it. I'm still kind of undecided on it for myself.
Let's hear what the COD.
The last COD I liked was Call of Duty 2, so.
I think my favorite part was when the guy's arm got stuck in the thing and the bomb was going.
That was pretty funny. I think my favorite part was probably when they brought in the robots from the Matrix.
Yeah. No, the game looks very much like Modern Warfare mixed with Killzone and Titanfall. But that's pretty much that's pretty much what the game is Modern Warfare mixed with Killzone and Titanfall.
Yeah.
Which actually isn't a bad combination. But
if you're a shooter fan,
the real question is, will they get back to the online that the fans of Modern Warfare 2 and 3 enjoyed? Will they have that same feel as what I'm waiting to see?
I have no idea, man. Because but the thing is, like, what more can they really do to the Call of Duty multiplayer? Like, the formula's there now. Like, they can keep coming up with like new modes and stuff, but at the end of the day, people still be playing team deathmatch all the time anyway. Or that search and destroy. Like, the modes that were there in Call of Duty 4 are still probably like the most popular modes on Call of Duty today. But it's Call of Duty, man. It looks. I mean, that trailer looked epic.
Buy it no matter what.
Yep, it's Call of Duty. So.
They still got a new engine this time.
That's true.
Yeah.
We got a new graphics engine, and it does look nice.
Yeah. This is the first, the first full-fledged next-gen Call of Duty game. So I'm sure people are gonna, go crazy.
Although
for
apparently there is a version for the old generation versions anyway.
Oh yeah, of course there is. But
if I'm right, they porting it over from.
They're probably having one of the other studios make the last-gen version. I would assume.
But it does have Kevin Spacey, so they earned some points right there.
Moving on.
Hey, Kevin Spacey's the man. Don't be hating. Anyone who watches House of Cards knows what I'm talking about. All right, good.
Last but not least, on Microsoft's press conference, money. That new Crackdown. Now, I was a big fan of the first Crackdown, and the second Crackdown was probably a piece of shit.
Probably, I agree.
But, now this is a Crackdown reboot, so like they rebooted Crackdown after 2 games. That's how bad Crackdown 2 was.
Yeah. That term reboot is pretty popular nowadays anyway. Probably want to just cash in on that name. Reboot.
Probably. Now, they didn't show any actual gameplay, but the CG trailer, I mean, as soon as it started, we knew it was Crackdown for people that played Crackdown before. Myself, Money, I'm actually excited to see what this game is going to be like. If it's anything like the first game, like if they build on that, then actually I will give this game a chance.
But
Crackdown 2. Yeah, Crackdown 2 was nasty.
Like, I tried so hard, like, Crackdown 2. Like, I played it. But...
Mr. Buddy's having technical difficulties with his mic.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We get what he was saying. Crackdown 2 was nasty. Crackdown 1 was beast. And Crackdown 3, I'm just going to call it Crackdown 3. Got a chance. We'll see. To be fair, the people that made Crackdown 1 are making the new one. So that gives us hope. And that covers Microsoft. Now, we're not going to do coverage of Ubisoft and EA. The reason why I say that is because, one, EA talked about and showed nothing.
Just some artwork.
Yeah. And Ubisoft, I mean, everything they showed was pretty much shown during Microsoft's press conference.
Well, they did have Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, Rainbow Six was there, so we can't talk about that really quick.
Yeah. That game was really good.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Patriots. That's what it was called, right?
Well, that was actually a whole other different project, but apparently the whole team that was working on the Patriots game, just had a big old falling out of some sort, and a lot of people left the team, and it was just so nasty that they just decided, all right, we're just canning this and doing something brand new. So, Siege is what they came up with.
Which leads us to Rainbow Six Siege. No. This was announced for Xbox One, PS4, and obviously PC. The game looks very, very, very teamwork based.
That it does. Almost like a Payday to heist taking place with in a house with squad mates on each team. It kind of gave me like that Payday to heist kind of look to it.
But I think that game looked really good.
Definitely
a game to look at because I've been wanting to play a Rainbow Six again for quite some time.
Yeah. I hope it's similar to the Vegas games. I did love the Vegas games back in the day.
But, Rainbow Six Siege, Xbox One, PS4, PC. Check it out. Game looks really good so far. I can't really complain that Rainbow Six Patriots died after seeing what they've been doing.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Patriots was looking like it had a pretty cool story going with it, but
yeah,
no, can't work. But that's the way of the industry.
Oh man, I gotta backtrack to Microsoft really quickly here because I forgot one important game. The Rise of Tomb Raider was announced during that one.
Oh yeah.
PS4, Xbox One, PC. This is going to be the sequel to the rebooted Tomb Raider that came out last year. I'm a huge fan of Tomb Raider. I played the definitive edition on the PS4. Loved it. That was the full-fledged, made for next-gen only Tomb Raider that comes out next year. Can't wait for that.
And also, for anyone who played Lara Croft and Tomb of Light or Guardian of Light? Yeah, Guardian of Light, that's right. They did announce a sequel, a spiritual successor to that game that has 4-player co-op called The Guardian of Osiris, I think it was called. Something like that.
Yep.
But, yeah, that game's going to be great. I love the original one.
Square Enix is doing good things.
Yes, they are.
Except for not bringing Final Fantasy to E3.
Hey, it'll come sooner or later. hopefully.
So moving on to Sony. Sony had a press conference that was, some people are calling it safe. There was a couple surprises in there. Let's start off with the big surprise that no one knew was going to be there. Little Big Planet 3 was revealed during the press conference, and it also releases this year, which I think was not only was I not expecting them to reveal the game there, I didn't expect them to also have a release date for this year.
Yep.
But yeah, Little Big Planet 3 comes out. Now that's a very, in my opinion, I love Little Big Planet. I'm going to pick it up. It is a very safe sequel, though.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, I mean,
it is kind of cool how they have new characters that have different little, kinks about them and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's definitely, they probably just want, because this isn't Media Molecule's game, they probably didn't want to, like, break the formula that they created. Sort of like, like Sanzaru games, what they did with Sly Cooper. Like that, that's a very strictly a Sly game. So,
that's true.
So, they're going to keep the good name on that. Now, Little Big Planet, believe it or not, is actually, to my knowledge, that comes out on PS3 as well.
Yep, it does.
Which is strange to me.
I think it was mostly just because it's more meant for kids too. That's sort of Sony's kid-friendly game that they got. So, and I know a lot of parents aren't going to rush out and spend $400 on the PS4 for their kids necessarily right away.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense after thinking about it.
But the cool thing that they did say is any level ever created on Little Big Planet 1, 2, Vita in this matter, or the PS4 game, like you can play them. Now I don't know if the PS4 levels can go back to the PS3, but anything made on PS3 or Vita will be upscaled and playable on the PS4, which is cool.
I doubt they'll be able to play the PS4 ones on PS3.
Yeah, on PS3. Yeah, that's like the incentive to buy the PS4 version. But
especially since they'll have those new characters that'll likely play a big role into how levels are designed and everything. So.
So yeah, Little Big Planet 3. I mean, if you like Little Big Planet at all, I mean, you'll like this one. I mean, it's Little Big Planet, man. There's really nothing else to say. It's Little Big Planet 3, more customization tools, more characters, which means more opportunities for co-op, even though co-op in previous Little Big Planets were already decent. So, yeah, comes out this November. I'll be picking it up. It's one of the, that's the big Sony game this fall. And, I love me some platformers.
That and Drive Club.
So, yep, that and Drive Club.
Forget about Drive Club.
Everyone forgets about Drive Club. There's just nothing about that one that really sticks out. It's just so...
Yeah, no, they didn't even show it during the press conference.
It just doesn't... There's nothing about it that's exciting.
It looks nice.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah, Little Big Planet, Little Big Planet was revealed during the press conference. Bloodborne was also revealed during the press conference, announced by Shuhei Yoshida himself. Bloodborne, also known as Project Beast, is in a way a spiritual successor to Demon Souls, which was the PS3 exclusive Souls game before Dark Souls. Crazy Kid and Mr. Money, if your mic is working. I know you guys are definitely the resident Souls holes. Would you guys like to comment on the Bloodborne at all? All right, there we go. Money says it looks wonderful. Now, Money and myself have been in a friendly little nasty little debate. Yeah. It looks like a Souls game. It does, but I believe that the game looks a little bit more fast-paced, more like an action game.
This again.
Oh, now you want to come back?
My mic is getting it in.
And I've been told by our resident Souls holes that it looks just like Souls. But
Yeah, 'cause it looks like Souls, like the way like the animations, the way he moves, like the way he's swinging, like the setting, the enemies are similar to like Dark Souls 1 and 2. But we're not saying we don't care like if it's fast paced. No, that's fine if it's fast paced. You know, that's good. But it still looks like a Souls game because in the game
it looks like a Souls game. I'm just saying, like, to me, the overall feel of it is like more of an action game rather than like Jay was playing Dark Souls yesterday, and he said it felt like a horror game, for instance. A lot of people do that, and it's like a lot of people play it like a slow-paced, you know, like they think about what they're doing because, you know, they want to watch their enemies' movements and time things. Where in Bloodborne,
you don't have
like
to do that.
Diving in. No, I know you don't.
That's all I was saying.
It depends on the play style you want to play, how you want to play the game.
Yeah, I know they don't.
You could do the same thing in Bloodborne. They could like go fast paced, or they could do the same thing.
Well, I know you don't have to. I know that, but like majority of people, regular people that played Dark Souls, that takes forever to beat it, they probably played it that way. Like I think like that was the intent of that, which is why the developers are pointing out like this is a much more faster game. That's just what I'm trying to get at. They're encouraging people to just run through this one. That's what I'm trying to get at. But
regardless, we don't really know much about it at all, other than
it's
made by the people who made Dark Souls. So
yeah, but the stuff in the game is like stuff that's been in previous Souls games. So they got the fog gaze. I know that stuff. Yeah, like
right. I mean, yeah,
the enemies they've shown have been in both Soul games.
But like, the only gameplay we've seen was like off-screen, nasty, hard to really tell.
Well, they had a leaked gameplay trailer.
Yeah, they had a leaked gameplay
that was supposed to be shown at Tokyo Game Show last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, until it's actually
a lot more gameplay.
But they also could have, you know, to be fair, they also could have not shown that gameplay because they decided to change things around before they revealed it. So, which is why we really don't know what it is yet. But like I said, it looks very much like a Souls game, and everyone knows that. But yeah, so we'll see. They claim, the developers themselves claim that shit is supposed to be faster paced or whatever. But according to the Souls holes, you could already.
It looks like a Souls game.
Yeah. So we'll see. I know dudes on like IGN are getting it in because like those dudes. Like,
you can go fast paced with other Souls games. It just depends on if you want to do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the build that you create.
You know,
like you can be a sword and shield guy. You can be a quick agile guy, but you could be like a sorcery person. There's like 3 different types of sorceries, or 4 in Dark Souls 2. But it seems like Bloodborne, they're just taking the quick and agile build and going with that.
But we don't know if there's like more characters, or like if you can like do different builds, or if that's just like one character and then.
Right. Once we know a little bit more, then we can start making those sorts of calls. But
hey, it's got a gun.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll see.
I think the big thing with Bloodborne as well is the weapons. I think the weapons are like different. You told me about money. You said that the weapons had
like the weapons can now they have different forms.
They transform and stuff.
Actually, the weapon sort of looks like some Soul Sacrifice shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it really did. Honestly, which I'm totally cool with because I actually did like Soul Sacrifice.
We gotta hop back
on Soul Sacrifice.
We do need to hop back on the Soul Sacrifice someday. It's been too long.
They didn't release the freaking expansion over here now. We still struggling on the original. Well, I mean, I ain't seen you play it no time.
You the one talking about telling money earlier, you know.
Anyway, I'll be picking up Bloodborne regardless anyway. So.
As will I.
Yeah, Bloodborne does look really cool. Rumor has it that's supposed to come out sometime early next year in like February, but I don't believe that myself. But we'll see. I'm sure they'll talk about it more at Gamescom than obviously TGS and whatever bits and pieces they release in between. But yes, Bloodborne was revealed. Just to get this out the way, because I'm a fan of the franchise, they also showed a new movie trailer for Ratchet and Clank. I'm really gonna go see that movie, by the way. And then
I'm sure you will.
And then they also announced that they're gonna completely remake the original Ratchet and Clank game in PS4 graphics, and they're gonna release it next year when the movie comes out. Now, I loved Ratchet and Clank, the original game, as much as the next guy. I have the game on the HD collection and everything, but geez, again. Granted, I would play it if they gave it to me, like, you know, on Plus or something. I would play it just because I'm curious to see how much effort they really would put into remaking that game on PS4. But I love Ratchet. Yeah, I love Ratchet and Clank myself. It's kind of disappointing the first Ratchet and Clank game on PS4 is the original. But
oh well.
That comes out.
I'm still waiting for that Sly Cooper. So
the Sly 5.
Yeah,
that's gonna be pretty good.
You know, the best Sony platformer. All right.
Well, he may be the only one left now. Well, him and Sackboy.
Him and Ratchet. That's about it.
Yeah. Ratchet. They need to make a full-blown Ratchet game. Just one more really good, it's apparent Insomniac's trying to get away from it. But like, just make us just one more really good end-of-story Ratchet game.
Well, I mean, that Into the Nexus game, you know, a lot of people apparently, I never played it, but I heard that the story kind of seems like it would leave it open for a new trilogy if they really would want to do it.
Yeah.
So,
and everyone says it's really good too. Everyone says, you know, it's returned to form of Ratchet and Clank, but it was really short. But the Ratchet and Clank games on PS3 were great.
My favorite of the series was actually Tools of Destruction.
Yeah, Tools of Destruction was good. A Cracking Time was really good.
Cracking Time was very good, too.
And then, I even liked Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty, too. That was a pretty cool...
Yeah, it was a cool little downloadable game. Oh. Oh. Wow.
Man,
you ain't need me.
And we're still having technical difficulties tends to happen on the PS4. It happens.
You know, the Vita. You know, that's if that happens, it's the Vita. It's not the PS4, which is.
Your Vita probably went to sleep, right?
You know.
The Vita does always disconnect a lot.
It needs.
They need an update or something.
This is why we can get that PlayStation. See, when we get that PlayStation TV, we don't have to worry about it. Great segue, right?
Supposedly.
PlayStation TV was announced for North America, or for Western release, I should say, during the press conference. Now, as you know, PlayStation TV is also another word for Vita TV, which released in Japan last year, where it was the Vita that you can plug into your TV with the HDMI. Play most of Vita games, as they say. It was a DualShock 3 or DualShock 4, and then it also has the capabilities to remote play with your PS4, which is pretty cool. But at its core, it's basically a Vita on your TV for $99.
Yep.
So is it, let the people know, is it like an add-on attachment to your PlayStation 4?
There's a lot of technical difficulties happening today. Unfortunately.
We apologize, folks, in advance for anything going on.
But, basically, what you're trying to say is, you're back?
Obviously, Sony doesn't think I'm selling the PlayStation TV good enough. So let me try this again. The PlayStation TV is literally a Vita you can plug into your TV. Think of it this way. You can play your games on the Vita, save your game on your Vita memory card, put your memory card in your PlayStation TV, and continue on your game right on your TV. Or,
hold up. Quick question. Did they get rid of that, you know how you just said you take it out of the Vita and you can put it as the TV, you know, the Vita TV, PlayStation TV. take out that where you had to format the memory card and do all that crap?
I have no idea because I haven't attempted it.
We'll find out because I will be getting the PlayStation TV. Mainly being
Myself, I will be as well. Maybe we'll be out to that we'll be out to that soul sacrifice on PlayStation TV. That's our celebration game.
I know me and Corgan will be out. Chocolate.
Really quickly here, if you guys haven't looked it up, Vita owners, look up Freedom Wars. That game looks fucking great.
I've seen it. Kind of tired of the whole Monster Hunter-ish action games, though, honestly. There's so many of them that are like that style now. It's kind of getting a little stale, in my opinion. But
Freedom Wars.
that one could be good, I guess.
But yeah, there are a lot of Monster Hunter-like games, and none of them sell like Monster Hunter. But
right.
To be fair, Freedom Wars is the most pre-ordered game in Japan at all right now.
Well, that's kind of cool.
They got that going for them.
But the Vita is still pretty huge in Japan, though. So.
Yeah, the Vita is actually just now taking off in Japan.
Heck, that's Japanese imports are pretty much what Vita owners are gonna have to live off of for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Japanese imports and indie games.
Yep, which I'm fine with because those tend to be the best gems out there.
Yeah. No.
Gravity Rush 2 doesn't, man, Gravity Rush 2, I can't wait.
Don't get me started on that.
We'll probably have to wait till CGS to see that again, to be honest. Unless Sony, or since Sony didn't spend a lot of time about Vita at E3, maybe they'll spend some more time on it on Gamescom and show it there. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Sony's going to spend a little bit more time on Vita there.
But anyway, Vita TV.
Yeah, PlayStation TV, that's what they're calling it here. $99.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't own a Vita and you want the ability to remote play at home, that really is a really good deal, actually.
It's cheap as well.
Even if you don't want a remote play, it's a pretty cheap alternative to
you can carry the device
Netflix
with you and bring it to somebody's house.
An alternative Vita. One thing I do want to do, games like Uncharted, Golden Abyss, and like Gravity Rush, like those games have a lot of touch controls on it.
Well, they said that not all games will support it.
So. Yeah, but that would suck if like the biggest games on there doesn't support it.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm sure they'll figure some modified version of it.
But then again, to be fair, I mean, if you use a DualShock 4 that has the touchpad on it.
Oh yeah,
well,
you
it's kind of I thought it only uses DualShock 3.
Nope,
because I've seen an interview recently and during the E3 thing, and he said, yeah, you can use a DualShock 4 or DualShock 3 controller.
I see.
Yeah, so I mean, if they found a way to map it to where the touchpad acts like the touch screen, then that'd be cool. Because all Uncharted Golden Abyss was that massive quick time event at the end where you just slide your
fingers. That was a nasty ending to that game. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert for anybody. If you don't know what quick time event is, you just know you're swiping fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, not much Vita talk. But hey, we got that PlayStation TV, and we also got that PlayStation Now. It's gonna be full open beta to like July 26th, I think they said it was.
Yep.
I thought they was going with the monthly route, but I don't really like the price.
I hope they don't, honestly. But that's just me.
No, the pricing for individual games that you want, it's kind of.
I mean, all you're doing is just renting it for a week or so.
I know, but I would like to see a monthly, subscription where you get all the games.
The thing is, I think if they did a monthly, you'd be paying way more than what you would if you were doing just single games, personally. But for games that you might not even want to play anyway.
Yeah, let's see how they go.
Well, Sony still hasn't revealed pricing yet.
Actually,
they're gonna have to by the time the open beta comes out.
Yeah.
Actually, they have. Like I seen on N4G, They got some prices that's there.
Yeah, but they said they're still at E3 themselves though. They said they're still working with third parties regarding pricing, so nothing's really official yet. Not until they make the official statement themselves. But yeah, just to get this out the way, they showed some definitive edition trailers during E3. The Last of Us, 1080p, 60 frames a second. Also, they warned us about spoilers in the trailer for whatever soul for some reason hasn't played that game yet.
Well, I mean, any of the Xbox fans, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they just looked away if they saw that. The former Xbox 360 fans.
That game looks just as good. Like, honestly, the makeover on that game, like, they put just as much care and effort to it as they did with Tomb Raider. And for that, I can
it really does look pretty darn good.
Can't wait for play that. Also, it doesn't cost 60, it costs 50, so, you know.
Nice.
A nice little incentive there. And also, the surprise reveal was GTA PS4. I mean, a lot of people have been calling it for a while, but, you know, they sort of just threw it in there. GTA 5 PS4 comes out this fall. You know, they're adding more content to it. They're visually upgrading the game, and now I think we know why GTA Online on PS3 has so many delays and stuff, in my opinion.
Yep.
Because everything that they were talking about was way too ambitious for last gen, and now they're doing it on PS4. But yeah, that comes out this year on PS4, Xbox One, and yes, PC users, your GTA is finally coming out. A whole year after.
And celebrate. Come on, celebrate.
Also, shown during the Sony press conference was the very first Mortal Kombat gameplay trailer. Money is not a fan of Sub-Zero getting destroyed in like every trailer.
Not at all.
But hey,
you get used to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people didn't want.
Suck it up.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people didn't want Liu Kang to die in the opening cutscene of Deadly Alliance.
That was pretty beast. He came back as a zombie.
Yeah. 2 games later.
Yep.
But yeah, Mortal Kombat X, PS4, Xbox One, probably PC further down the line. New characters were shown. Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade had a daughter.
Yep.
But we won't go into all that right now.
Yeah.
But we will say, myself personally, the game looks like they've built on what they've created with MK and Injustice and sort of created like the perfect little baby. And I can't wait to play it next year. Mortal Kombat is going to be the first major fighting game released on next gen.
Nope, Injustice. I ain't going.
Injustice is pretty major, but it's only on PS4. But no, like MK is going to be like the first true next gen fighter created, not including Killer Instinct, but.
Well, it still does have a PS3 and Xbox 360 version anyway.
True, but pretty sure this game was made for PS4, and then they're having probably the same team that ported Injustice to PS4. They're probably porting MK on PS3. That's my prediction. But yep, comes out sometime next year. Fatalities and everything looks just as brutal and nasty as ever. So
yep.
You'll hear me talk about that a lot between now and the time the game comes out. So. No Man's Sky was shown during the PS4 press conference. Comes first to PS4. It's only going to be on PS4 and PC. And No Man's Sky looks fucking phenomenal.
That game does look very good.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No Man's Sky just looks really good. Made by
three people.
3 people.
3 people.
The big developing companies are on notice.
They are very much on notice, as they should be.
That game really does amaze me how that's only made by 3 people. I don't know how they did that, but that's impressive.
Because no specific control telling them what the hell to do.
It almost brings question to how much the big development companies really put into games. Like, if a game like that could be made by 3 people and it looks that good, why is it that whole teams of people can't make something even close to that?
I guess it's just that passion difference. These guys are definitely putting everything they got into that game, it looks like. So, I guess it's just a little different when you're working for a big old company.
That's what
just collecting your paycheck every week.
Because, like, the big companies always want you to change something, put something in the game, take something out every minute. Like, that kind of, like, messes with their creativity and shit. Like,
So, yeah, No Man's Sky looks incredible. Now, we've known this ever since the Video Game Awards last December when they first revealed it. But now that we've seen even more of it, yeah, the game is going to be incredible. Can't wait for it to come out. Did they say it comes out this year, next year, or did they not?
I think they said next year.
Next year, okay. So, yeah, No Man's Sky, definitely got to pick that up. PC, PS4, keep that in mind.
Yep.
Of course, they finally showed a gameplay trailer of The Order 1886 during the press conference. That game also looks very, very good. Made for Santa Monica and Ready at Dawn, aka God of War PSP game developers. Didn't they also make Resistance on PSP?
No, that was Bend Studios.
Well, that was Sony Bend. All right.
Yeah.
They also know what they're doing when it comes to those handhelds.
But when are they're gonna show their PS4 game?
I think Gamescom, just because they're aren't they a European developer?
That could be. Yeah.
Just like a Gorilla. Gamescom, in a way, for Sony's become bigger than E3. I don't know. You tend to see a lot more of their bigger stuff at Gamescom, though.
Yeah.
But in a way, that's really cool because we have 2 really big game shows to look forward to in the summer, which is cool.
Yeah.
It really does help that gap of games, that summer dry spell that usually happens, and then the fall. So.
What is the date for Gamescom? When will that be?
That's usually August something, like August 10th or something. I don't know. You know what? I'll find out right now. We're gonna get you guys prepared for our Gamescom coverage right now.
Lol.
Gamescom 2014. Let's see. Oh, by the way, since I looked this up on Google just now, Shuhei Yoshida says that Sony has plenty of announcements to show at both Gamescom and TGS. So they are going to do some big stuff.
Oh, shut me up in that.
Gamescom starts August 13th through the 17th. The press conference days, I'm assuming, would be the 13th.
Excuse me.
Crazy, you should get some tickets to Gamescom for us, since you're the only one that lives in the UK. I could, like, you want to go to Gamescom. That code, yeah, we'll fly over there. We'll warn you. If we can just,
we'll just crash at the crib.
Like crazy, you got rooms for us there? Come on now.
Oh no, man.
Just kick out your neighbors. We're good to go.
What? If they got problems, we'll just say freedom of the press to move into your house.
Yeah. We just need it for a week.
Yep.
Show them our badges and everything.
It says here, Crazy, for a day ticket, it's going to cost you €11.50 or €15.50 on weekends. That sounds like a lot or a little over there. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Anyway, Gamescom, August 13th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they showed the Order game looked great. Very cinematic and action-based at the same time. I still just think it blows my mind that like in-game graphics look the exact same as cutscene graphics.
Mm-hmm.
That's really crazy.
That was very impressive until I saw Metal Gear Solid 5, which kind of does that too, only on a whole bigger scale. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, War Exile's just about to get to that. They did show that trailer during that press conference.
That game looks wow. Really good.
Now, keep in mind, for right now, we're sticking to strictly what was shown during E3 press conference because we're going to need some stuff to talk about in a couple of days. So,
okay.
So, based off of what we saw of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain trailer was shown during E3.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everyone here loves us some Metal Gear, with the exception of Boost, who hasn't played Metal Gear, actually. And,
hopefully they'll change that with Part 5.
Hold on, Crazy, did you play Metal Gear at all?
I bought MGO, but like I bought it because I was persuaded to buy it. I was gonna play it with Tommy and somebody else that we knew, but that game was region locked anyway, which I didn't know at the time. So I played it for a little bit, but I never really got into it. I didn't go back to play it.
Yeah.
But I played it though.
It was good, but it did have that really nasty Konami ID thing too.
Yeah, that's when I saw that. I was like, what the hell? I was like,
So with the exception of
it was region locked, so I didn't really play it.
Oh, but you've never played like a Metal Gear campaign though?
No.
Man. Alright, so with the exception of Crazy on Boost Desk.
Yeah, I'm not alone. Yeah.
I just never really got into it. I'm probably missing out, but I just never really got into it.
You got a PS3, that Legacy collection. You can get it in.
That is true. You can actually get the Legacy collection. You can get the whole thing.
Hours. How about I just pirate?
But Crazy watched every single Lord of the Rings movies in one freaking night. I'm sure he can sit through all the Metal Gear games in like a week.
And that man, I gotta do that Harry Potter next, man.
What?
Like if he can do that, he could definitely play the Metal Gears. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5.
I watched like 3 series of Game of Thrones in like 2 days to catch up.
See, so Crazy's just elite. You know what, Crazy? I got a new mission for you. Catch up to me on Naruto. You got him off. You got him off.
Good luck. Anyway, there's a lot of fillers. So
when you gonna catch up, Bulls?
You know, sometimes in life you need to continue on with the show. So you know.
Wait, so you might as well continue the Naruto then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about that show.
What were you trying to get at then?
Podcast show, you know.
This podcast is brought to you by Naruto.
All right.
We about to get sued, man. We can't do this.
This podcast is brought to you by our sponsors: Sprite, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Geico, Nationwide.
We ain't sponsored by nobody.
Yep.
Oh, and the Max.
And Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Don't forget
what about honey buns? All right.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain trailer was shown during E3. The game looks phenomenal. I mean, it's really, after seeing the gameplay demo, it's really hard to like not talk about that. But we're going to.
Yeah.
We will. We promise you in a few days. So yeah, definitely. If you haven't played Metal Gear, definitely pick up a PS3 or something and get that Legacy Collection.
Pretty sure everyone has played it except for me.
Corgan did not care.
I'm pretty sure the majority of them has played it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, shown during the Sony press conference, and then we're gonna end Sony's coverage on this one, was the last little bit of Uncharted 4.
Oh my God.
Uncharted. This is like the last one of the series, right?
Yep.
Uncharted.
Possibly.
Final one.
But
Not guaranteed, but the reason people think it is because it's called A Thief's End, and well, Drake was a thief, so. But it could be another thief. Hey.
Or maybe Sully dies. Who knows?
That would suck.
It would.
Sully's my boy.
But yeah. Nathan Drake looked like a human.
Pretty much.
He looked like a human. They said that's all an engine, and yeah, that's pretty much all we saw.
I was hoping he would have looked, like actual character, not a human. Alright, I'm not joking.
But yeah, Uncharted 4, we're so, at the least that game may come out next year around fall. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, that game looked pretty good. Overall, Sony had a really good press conference. Microsoft also had a really good press conference too. So, good for them, for sure. Which leads us to the final company, and we just pretty much went in order. So Nintendo had a digital event on Tuesday of that week, which featured Iwata and Reggie fighting each other in like some Street Fighter looking fight. It got nasty. But getting on to the games, Nintendo did show quite a few Wii U games. They barely even touched on the 3DS during that press conference, actually. I guess they figured they did
Smart move. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a very smart move. We'll just start right off with Super Smash Brothers. That's on 3DS and Wii U. The game looks very, very good to me. Super Smash Brothers. Pac-Man's gonna be in there now. So that's really nice. I mean, it would be nice if Monty was here because he could. He's missing out on his opportunity to talk about Charizard.
Too late. Continue.
Yeah, Smash Brothers comes out on 3DS this fall and the Wii U this winter. So, game looks mighty well. Moving on. Xenoblade Chronicles X was shown there, previously known as X. This is pretty much a sequel to Xenoblade. Very Japanese action RPG game. Lots of freaking Gundam-looking thingies. Lots of big blades, guns. Environments look quite well. Character models look semi early PS3-ish, but the environments look really good. But the game itself, I mean, the first Xenoblade was supposed to be, I haven't played it myself. I own it. Haven't played it yet. But it was supposed to be a huge game. So I'm looking forward to having that huge RPG to play again. Japanese RPG to play again, considering Final Fantasy sort of took that turn for the worse last gen. Yeah, I can't wait to play that myself. Looks good. Also shown was, well, just because it wasn't a 3DS, that Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm just going to leave it at that and let Monty have his time in the next episode. We didn't see anything of Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing.
That sucks, but that's still scheduled to come out on Wii U. Splatoon was shown and announced. Splatoon is, what's the best way to describe this game?
It's a squad-based shooter that involves these guns that you shoot, send out blobby stuff that you can like swim around.
That paintball type gun. that paintball looking game.
Yeah, that kind of paintball-ish looking game where you can swim around in the paint.
Yeah. Basically, you want to light the enemy's like area up with your paint so you can move around quicker and stuff and get the advantage and stuff. And like hiding the paint. It looks really cool actually. It looks really fun.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I want to give it a try when it does come out.
Nintendo has stated that this is going to be a full $60 purchase. It's going to have a full campaign. It's also going to have full-blown multiplayer, and then they're also going to have local multiplayer as well. Apparently the game was really, really popular on the show floor when people actually got their hands on it. Everybody had a lot of fun with it. So that's a good sign for them. And yeah, it's just a crazy. In a way, it's almost fitting. Nope, sorry. Go ahead, Crazy.
No, but it's something different.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. I would just say leave it up to Nintendo to change or to put that sort of a spin on a online shooter, pretty much. It's hard to explain. Just go take a look at it, man. It's pretty crazy. It looks fun. So Splatoon comes out on Wii U next year. Also announced for Wii U during E3. Now, during their digital event, they hinted at it hardly, but Star Fox Wii U was revealed finally for Wii U. Now, ourselves, we still haven't seen it ourselves, actually.
Yeah.
The media has.
It's funny how during that digital event, how they shoot Corgan for asking too many questions.
Dude, oh my god, I was so pissed at that part. I'm not gonna lie.
The originator.
Toying with my emotions. Toying with them.
So.
But at least they finally announced that there's one coming out.
Yeah, Star Fox Wii U comes out. Chances are it's going to release next year, I would assume. Oh man,
that should be good.
They announced a new Kirby game on Wii U, actually. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Now, they claim it's a full-blown Kirby game. All I saw was a bunch of rolling around. But I guess maybe they were just showing some gamepad features in that trailer. I don't know. But Kirby and the Rainbow Curse releases on Wii U next year. I'm a big fan of Kirby games, so I'll keep my eye out on that. Yoshi, Yarn Yoshi looked really good. Is that what it's called? Yarn Yoshi? Or what's it actually called?
I think it's like called Yoshi's Woolly World or something like that.
Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World, that's what it is. Yep. Now that game, it's very similar to Kirby's Epic Yarn Adventure and like and like how it's made, like all the character models made out of yarn and stuff. The game looks really cool. Myself personally, never played like an actual like Yoshi game, so definitely.
I'm not sure about that one. Kind of looked a little too slow for my taste, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll give it a look for sure. Maybe one of those games. Maybe if I don't pick it up at $60, maybe I'll pick it up if I catch it on sale or something. But who knows? Definitely. They know how to make platformers, so I'm sure it'll turn out to be a great game.
That's true.
Mario Maker was announced.
Yeah, that's another one I don't really know about.
Yep. There's really not much to explain except for create your own Mario levels.
Yep.
Mario Party 10 was announced.
Yeah. I am excited for it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pick that up, and I'm excited to play that online.
Mhm. Oh, did they confirm that there is online for that?
What I would assume there is.
Well, I don't know. You never know with Nintendo.
Yeah, but I think they understand the movement.
I hope so. 'Cause
What else?
they have some really cool ideas for this one, actually.
Yeah, no.
There's one person who plays at the gamepad, plays as Bowser, and like wreaks havoc on everyone else.
Sounds like Evolve.
Yeah, it actually does, kind of.
And it's a mini game within a game full of mini games, not a $60 purchase.
Mhm.
But yeah, Mario Party 10 on Wii U. That's next year, right? Yeah, it's next year.
Yep.
Mario vs. Donkey Kong releases on Wii U.
I don't remember hearing about that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mario, but I think that game was announced before E3. And then it was just on their show floor.
Let's see.
The Legend of Zelda for Wii U was detailed a little bit, and then they showed about a 30-second trailer. Looks very pretty. From what I've heard, it's, in my opinion, I like it. I like what I'm hearing, but we don't know a whole lot yet.
Yep.
But
too early to
it
make
does
a
sound like. I mean, it sounds very exploration based, though. It sounds like. Or like, you know, they said they have the ability to go anywhere on the map, but you know, we'll see. But I have faith in those guys, so I'm not really too worried about it.
The best thing was the Star Fox announcement. Period.
No. It was the 30 seconds of Zelda.
No, it was Star Fox.
Hyrule Warriors has released.
Alright, let's just go ahead and move on.
Man. Nah, well, you can play as a lot of different characters in the Zelda universe in that game, but it's pretty much a Dynasty Warriors game in the Zelda universe. There's not much more to say about that.
That's cool, but it's Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
yeah. And also, Bayonetta 2 was announced. Well, it wasn't announced, but the release was announced. It comes out in October on Wii U. They had a new trailer for it, and then also, if you pick it up, it includes a upscaled, better version of Bayonetta 1 for Wii U, since Nintendo players didn't get a chance to play that game. And it also comes with Nintendo costumes as well. Both games have Nintendo costumes in it, which is cool. And that game comes out in October. It's good for them. And then a game that they actually sort of came out of nowhere with was Devil's Third. That releases on Wii U. Don't really necessarily know a year for that yet. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but that's the crazy action game from the creator of Ninja Gaiden. So, look, so you can. They said it's everything that we saw was alpha footage, so it did look a little rough, but they just wanted to show it, which is cool.
I still don't know about that one. I'm still kind of iffy on that.
Lyric is iffy on it. I think the game.
The
looks
first-person shooting mechanics look borderline useless, and
yeah,
just looks like it'll just turn into a Ninja Gaiden with a little bit of gunplay.
Yeah. But that honestly, I think that game is at least another year or so away.
We'll see.
Maybe they'll get some stuff fixed around. The multiplayer aspect of it seems really cool, in my opinion, though. I like that part. It is cool to see Nintendo embracing some multiplayer games finally. But
that's true.
Yeah. And that pretty much covers Nintendo's. I mean, their digital event was very short. A lot of their other announcements were just throughout the week. But they do have some heavy hitters coming, but this year and next year. So, pretty much all in all, in the gaming industry alone, there's just going to be a lot of very good things coming between this year and next year and beyond that. Whether you're a Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, or PC fan, you're going to be in for a treat. So,
Yep. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. E3 this year, I enjoyed it a lot. Can't wait for Gamescom now, to be honest. After hearing all that, let's get some reviews real quick. Crazy, what would you review E3 as a whole this year? Like, if you had to scale it on a scale out of 10, with 10 being the best, what would you give E3 this year?
Me too.
He gives it a 0. All right.
That's the best score I've heard so far.
Whole scopes.
Me too.
All right, 0.
I agree.
Oh, whole scopes, man.
Yo.
What do you grade E3 on a scale of 1 out of 10? With 10 being the best.
I would have to give it a 7.
A 7. And who do you think won E3? Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo?
I would have to say Microsoft.
Alright. Boost. Same question. Scale 1 out of 10, what do you grade E3?
I go with whole scopes on that 7.
7, alright. And who do you think won? Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo?
Nintendo and Sony. Because I didn't get to see the whole of Microsoft. What I've seen so far, whatnot, is between Nintendo and Sony. But I really think, for me, Sony had more of a leverage.
All right. And Lyric, same question. Scale 1 out of 10. What do you rate E3?
10.
And who won? Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo.
Sony. Why? Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us Remastered.
All right.
Although Nintendo came in at a very, very close second with that Star Fox reveal.
I honestly thought that was going to put the number 1 for you.
Nope. No. You thought that was above Naughty Dog? Oh, my friend, you don't know me too well.
But you've been waiting for a very long time for the Star Fox.
Yeah, but when you got that Last of Us Remastered coming out next month.
All right. And money. Same question for you. Scale 1 out of 10. What do you rate E3?
I'll give it about an 8.
And same question. Who won?
Microsoft.
Hey, let's go.
All right.
I
Cameraman.
ain't gloat when Morgan said Sony. I ain't gloat. Why you gotta gloat, son? Gotta take our shine.
Hey, haters gonna hate the top developers in the industry.
Tell him, Corgan. Tell him.
You can't even say Uncharted made it a 10 for you because they showed this nigga wake up from a nap and some skeletons.
That's
But
why I say Microsoft.
when you literally are
Microsoft
one of the best franchises of the last generation, you don't need to show that much.
All right.
You just need to show that
I'ma
logo,
give-
and then you're good.
I'm going to give E3 about a 7. And I'm going to pick Nintendo winning. The reason why I say that is because they showed actual gameplay. And a lot of Microsoft and Sony was a lot of CG. So, especially Microsoft, they only showed CG. Except for, Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty.
On Dragon Age.
Yeah, but I mean, their biggest reveals, though, Halo, Crackdown, all those were straight
Okay,
CG.
did you talk about the game? You know what game
What,
it's talking about?
Destiny?
No. Oh no, it's only out for the Wii U.
Oh, Devil's Third?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned.
Yeah,
Me and Corgan had a conversation about that.
Damn, I was zoned out.
But no, just in pure,
God.
you know, in my opinion, Uncharted 4. I mean, Sony, for me, Sony's a very close second, and plus I'm very biased because I mean I could have went either way for me. I could have put them number one just because of the Mortal Kombat gameplay, but you know, on the other hand, Nintendo has Sonic Boom, so you know I have to pick and choose. But yeah, just you know, I'm just really excited for Zelda myself personally, so that sort of helped put and Star Fox as well because I've also been waiting since Nintendo 64 for a good Star Fox game. But,
Yeah. So the gist of it is basically whatever one has the games that you're looking for is the one that wins for you folks.
yeah.
So
Now I will say this though.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say this though. Microsoft, you know,
the only exclusive from Microsoft that I thought looked really good that's coming out soon is that's not Halo is Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying it like as an exclusive. I'm just saying like as like personal preferences for like everybody. Like for example, MK is looking for more of like the Nintendo titles, and then you're looking for more of the Naughty Dog titles. So it's basically just your own personal.
Oh, it wasn't just Naughty Dog. They also had Little Big Planet and the Metal Gear trailer and the Order. No, I mean, that was pretty darn good.
Oh no, they definitely had a great show.
Oh, and Mortal Kombat, yeah.
You know, like all three companies had a great show. Like this, like
right,
in terms of like, you know, this is a hard year to grade like a direct winner. Like last year, you could easily say, oh, Sony won. But like,
no doubt about that. Yeah.
But like this year, everyone brought out their big guns, which is cool to see. Yeah. Monty, I know you're here. Say hi.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Well, Monty's booting up. If anybody from Sony is watching this podcast, don't ever waste our time about that stupid little comic thing that y'all are going to do and not show no footage. Y'all showed us some screen art, and that was it. Don't ever waste our time.
Which is exactly why Nintendo got the edge over them. When I was making
it within those 15 minutes, Sony, do better.
And Sony showed a freaking movie trailer during their press conference.
The fail.
But hey,
everyone has their nasty, boring section. Like Nintendo, they had Hyrule Warriors. That was their nasty, boring section.
That was a game.
You know, Microsoft, they had their, Microsoft didn't really have too much downtime. I'll give you that, yeah.
No, they were just talking about.
Although they did have that dance game, didn't they? Oh wait, no, that was Ubisoft. Never mind.
No. Yeah, they had a that Disney game.
Yeah, that Disney game. Yeah, there you go. That was their boring game.
They got that. They were talking about some Forza 5 demo or DLC.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very good E3 this year, for sure.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm gonna hand it Boost Desk. You want to do your section on this podcast or the next podcast? It's up to you.
This podcast has been very long, so I might have to cut that. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it.
It's an E3 special. Why not?
Yeah, it is an E3 special. You know what? You should change it up. Instead of what we're playing now, you should change it up to what E3 games we're most looking forward to.
Okay. Wow, there you go.
Okay.
It's gonna be too long, man.
Yeah. All right, limit us to 3 games then.
No, 1 game.
One game, yeah. Good one.
Fine. Bye.
Yeah, like
Fine.
we already know what he's gonna
Jerk.
pick. Anyway.
You ain't got me.
Well, MK is Mortal Kombat,
What?
of course.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna skip it.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yep. Oh.
Hey, I got options.
Okay, either Mortal
Nah, you
Kombat
gotta
or
say
Sonic. I'm sorry. One of the two.
Which
Am
one?
I right?
Oh, you want me to go now? Like which one?
Yes.
Well, game I'm most looking forward to that was shown to be at E3 is neither Sonic Boom or Mortal Kombat X, actually. And that's because I already know what to expect from those games, and I know that to expect greatness. Game I'm most looking forward to that was shown to me at E3, believe it or not, is actually Tomb Raider. Because I fell in love with that game.
Alright, we going on to the next person just because
That's an interesting pick.
Yep. Okay, so horoscopes. What you looking forward to? You know what I mean?
I'm probably looking forward to Destiny, just because I played the alpha and I seen some footage of it, and I have really big expectations for it. So probably I would say Destiny.
All right.
Speaking of which, just to throw that out there really quickly, we didn't cover Destiny on this podcast because I want to actually spend quite some time on a podcast here in the near future about Destiny, because there's a lot to talk about on that. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
All right. So Corgan, what are you looking for?
It's a tie between Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain and Uncharted: A Thief's End, with Star Fox right behind him.
Let's say shot you know.
Yes. I guess that's 3 games, but hey, at least I went through it quick.
Sonic Boom, Mortal Kombat X, Tomb Raider.
All right.
No.
So more money. You know.
Metal Gear.
All right. So this week, Chase the point. And Monty, what are you looking forward to?
Pokemon. Monty quiet because he knows Sonic is gonna free Charizard up. Pokemon.
There you go. I guess he's looking forward to Pokemon.
Charizard gonna get freed up by everybody. The Wii Fit trainer, Sonic, Mario, Mega Man, Pac-Man. Hey.
Peach.
Yep. He's gonna get freed up by everybody.
Yeah, that's bogus. But anyway, nice choice, Monty. Nice choice.
Yep.
What am I looking forward to? You know,
That
I'll
GTA
tell you next
PS4.
podcast. So, MK.
I'll tell you next podcast. That's it, Bruce. Hook those listeners. Make them want to come back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. What are you looking forward to?
Destiny. That Destiny. Yeah.
Where that beta?
Where that beta at? I'm looking forward to the beta. There you go.
July.
I don't know, July 17th.
Well, think of it this way. July starts in 2 weeks. Actually, less than 2 weeks. So, yep. We're getting close.
I'm looking forward to that W game. I'm looking forward to a trailer whenever they release that.
Yeah. Me too. You know, when they release a trailer, crazy, we're gonna have to spend a good chunk of a podcast talking about it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it, especially when they talk about like the modules are gonna be like a lot more realistic.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah. We gotta have our own podcast just for that game.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait. And with that has been our E3 overview.
MK, do you see what? By the way, MK, do you see what Monty's writing in the little chat?
Monty says at least Charizard wasn't a part of that Sonic 06 or Sonic R or that Connect game. But he was a part of that Pokemon Brawl. And he was a part of that Pokemon Rumble U. Like, we can get it in, Monty.
On that note,
he wasn't.
That's just
He doesn't think he's gonna get freed up. Monty's here.
That's the end.
We're gonna wrap
podcast,
this
I'm
up.
guessing.
This has been our E3 overview episode, aka episode 14 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central. Sorry about the wait. We still have plenty of more to talk about, just not enough time to fit it in on this episode, but we covered a lot. There's still much more to talk about. We're actually doing another podcast this week.
Very long podcast, I must say.
And we have another podcast to do later on this week. It will post later this week as well, probably only a couple days after this one. So you'll get lots of coast to coast out of us this week. We still have a game reveal to have. We have a game reveal for you guys. I'm looking forward to revealing that for you here. I will be revealing that on our next episode, actually. And we're going to spend some time talking about it. So we're going to go ahead and get that going for you. So tune in to our next podcast episode later this week, and we're going to have a game reveal for you. Until then, thanks for listening to this episode. I know it's been way too fucking long, but we're going to get back on our regular schedule here, and we'll get back to Kid Ass Weekly. Yep. Yep. Our apology is doing 2 podcasts for you this week, and we had the whole crew here. So Monty's here. He's just quiet. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll come back and at least say bye. With that said, I'm MKGUY. First and foremost, I would like to thank my boy Holescopes for coming back and joining us again for another podcast. You're more than welcome to join us again on our second podcast this week and be here for our reveal if you would like to. All right. Moving on.
Are you talking to me?
We're just talking to Holescopes.
No. What is it?
Holescopes, I said, you're welcome to come back later this week and join us on our second podcast of the week if you would like.
I'll be back. It ain't nothing but a shark attack.
And thank you for joining us on this week's episode. With that, I'm MKGUY. With me, I got my boy Holescopes.
You know I'm signing out.
Yeah, you're signing out, so you're good. I got my boy Crazy Kid with me.
All right, man. See you later.
I got my boy Boost Dusk.
Yeah. Sorry about that. 2 weeks. No, but so good. We in this.
I got the cameraman, a Boss Dre guy.
Yo, I ain't sorry about nothing. Man, I needed that vacation.
With me, I got my boy Mr. Monty.
Goodbye.
All right. If you're watching the video version of this, you'll see Monty talking. By the way.
Goodbye. I'm off to play Pokemon.
Yeah, he's about to go play Pokemon and go and beat his Pokemon. With me, I got my boy Mr. Money, Mo Money, Agata Money, Mr. Money.
Mon.
And my boy K Lyric.
Remember, if you ain't playing The Last of Us,
And what
then what the heck are we doing here?
GTA 5 had a
I
win.
don't know, man. That's the same question every day.
And again, you'll be able to catch this episode and our next episode and every episode wherever you can think of. iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, our own website,
I start giving out passwords and stuff.
Coast to CGC.
Stop, Monty.
Also, who just left the party? It was Holescopes. He left a little bit early. He'll be all right. Also, again, subscribe to our account on iTunes. Leave comments if you would like. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can catch our YouTube video versions of the podcast on YouTube as well. We're going to be back on a regular basis for this. And again, thank you for all the love and support. We appreciate it. We're pushing 200 of you guys now, so we appreciate it. And again, thank you for listening to episode 14. Episode 15 will be coming in a few days, and we will talk to you guys soon. Until next time, adios, and remember, if you're not on that Sonic, then you gotta be on that Chronic.
Not on that.
Or that Last of Us.
Or that Last of Us. Or that Last of Us.
Okay.
Oh, and really quickly before we say bye, one last thing, I almost forgot. Aquaman is the greatest superhero of all time. Okay, he's not really, but Atlantis is the coolest kingdom.
You just need to end it, man. You gotta wait so long.
Never. Alright, see you guys in a couple days. Adios.
They said his powers were useless.